easy go.
Israel is the only Jewish message in the world. Israel is so small from a geographical perspective that 20 Israelis can easily sit in America's California. Israel is the very 8th most powerful country in the world. Only 90 million, is very ahead in terms of technology and startup. Israel has always had a policy that if one of our men is killed, 10 men enter the enemy's country come to kill, or whatever you want to do. Israel is considered the safest country in the world. If you tease Israel, you'll not leave. Enmity with Israel would be very expensive. Israel fought and won every war on its own, such as in 1971 and in 1973 alone. And has always been doing this. The biggest enemy of enemies, Israel is surrounded by enemies from all sides. Even in 1976, some militants inside Uganda had 54 citizens hostage. Israel did not do any innovation, went quietly inside the country of Uganda and brought the citizens overnight. During the Second World War, Nazi government Hitler killed 6 million Jews. He ended up burning alive in the gas pipeline. After that there was demand for our own country. Then it was separated from Palestine. For that time, all the surrounding Muslims had been against the country, while there was an agreement between Egypt and Jordan to eliminate Israel, our origin by Israel. The second original attack was to support the first country. In June 1979, a war between Israel and Egypt started and spread to all Arab countries, and they were accompanied by Iraq, Kuwait, Syria, Saudi Arabia. In order to eliminate Israel, they made up all the countries of Libya, Sudan, Algeria. They made their army base in Jordan and named it Dune War. On June 5, the Israeli Air Force attacked Egypt with about 4,000 troops. Blown up more fighter planes and started a raid attack with all the fighters that were on the army base. It made all the enemy countries very nervous. Israel finished itself. If we wanted to win the war, then we would have to attack first the Arab countries, put all their army down on the border and started the ground fighting. Not only won the war but also won the Gaza Strip. Israel also prepared a lot of ammunition and covered the entire country with the first anti-ballistic missile in the world, covered the entire Israeli border with a sea barrier. If the soldiers fall short, they also make robots. They also export to the world today. Citizens have been made goats everywhere in the country for security. If there is war, sirens will ring all over the country and people can hide under it by making goats at every place, in the building, in the mall, in the office. And can be saved. Made the safest of hotels where the world's patriarchs and presidents stay. Even after attacking with any bomb and missile, there will be no damage inside. Israel borders with Egypt, Lebanon, Jordan, Syria, Palestine. There have been many wars between Israel and Egypt. There has also been a war with Jordan. Relations with Syria are poor. Daily conflict with Palestine continues. Lebanon also considers Israel an enemy country. Almost every Gulf country sees Israel from the enemy's perspective. Every citizen of Israel is committed to his country. The citizen of the place is born later, before it is committed to the nation. Israel's ability is so strong, their weapons are very strong, their defense system is very amazing. Not only America, but the defense technology wants to buy every country of the world. They have so much power, they have the entire country military system. Every citizen if there is a soldier. Every citizen takes arms and the defense industry is very strong. All weapons are made by themselves. Israel has modern weapons and a powerful army. Israel is a small country in Central Asia. Its population is around 9 million. You can roam the whole country in a journey of 2 hours. If a country will look at him with an eye, it will prove to be a big mistake for that country. Israel is such a beautiful country that it is equally dangerous. Every citizen of that place is a soldier. He can even die for the country and can also kill anyone. Israel is very dedicated. Commando, the best in the world, is such a military. The Air Force is also very professional, yet not a single war has been lost till date. This is their history witness. Israel 365 days is ready for war 24/7. Israel active army is very rare. But it is very modern, all new technology, ships, submarines, warships, helicopters, who have more focus on the weapons they want for the security of the country. The Jews got their home after the Second World War. The year 1948 Israel was established. Since then hostility with Arab origin also started. Israel was very weak in the early stages. But he knew that if he had to stand, then the army of his country will have to become very strong. His army is very important for Israel. Because of his army and advanced technology, today stands a distinct identity in front of the world. The Army of Israel, the Air Force, Navy, is ready for 24-hour war. Because Israel has suffered the most wars in the last 41 years and has also fought and won on its own. There are 193 countries in the United Nations that are members of the United Nations, out of which 183 countries support Israel. Israel's weapons team has come more than the rest of the countries. Israel was the first to invent an anti-missile. Israel's Merkava tank is considered to be the world's most modern and deadly tank. Making drones and using it in war, Israel we had started. Apart from this, Israel has such spy satellites that nothing can hide from its eyes. In the Gaza Strip there are always rocket attacks, and under stress, so Israel trains its citizens to deal with every threat. Of the 90 lakh population, 35 lakh people are in the army. The woman has 2 years and the man has 3 years of army training compulsory. Every woman in Israel walks around with a gun and a weapon in her pocket. Military training is compulsory for everyone, no matter how big a businessman is or if he is the son of a big political. Mountain war weapons and mountain radar advances satellite techniques. Israel has told the world that to live with dignity. First of all, one has to become very strong. Every country should be the first country for every citizen. This courage remains an example for the whole world. Israel had to enter the battlefield. Founded in 1948, Israel's strength is not its army, but its master, its intelligence agency Mossad, which is considered the world's largest dangerous intelligence agency. Israel is the only country in the world from which terrorist organizations like the ISI also get scared. Because Israel does not make any kind of agreement with any terrorists, and it ends up finding and hiding the enemy hiding in any corner of the world. There are many such examples where Israel has gone to different countries of the world and has eliminated enemies. Israel has 3 intelligence agencies. Mossad is one of them. Mossad's job is to conduct code operations to gain intelligence from abroad, in order to secure Israel's national interest. Mossad is far ahead of U.S. intelligence agency CIA, Russia intelligence agency KGB, Britain's or MI5 for conducting covert operations to eliminate enemies with terrorism. You'll be surprised to know that between 1961 and 1965, an Israeli spy became the chief advisor to the Syrian defense minister. In the 1972 Munich Olympics, Israel's intelligence agency Mossad raised ground to avenge the sacrifice of an athlete who was killed by terrorists. The Prime Minister of Israel went to each player's home and vowed to the family that this death would be avenged. Killed more than 2,000 Palestinian terrorists in the next 2 days and avenging 11 athletes all over the world. For 16 years, from 1982 to 1988, he broke into every single house. Now let's talk about Israel's economy and business. Focus more on technology. First, use yourself. Great people like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates also say that Ajubaju is the most stable country. Even after such a risk, you can invest more and more in it. The world's largest corporates invest here. Israel has the largest number of companies after China listed on Nasdaq. Japan, India, Germany, South Korea, France, UK, USA, all companies cannot match these in Nasdaq. Israel's startup of Innovation Europe makes Silicon Valley. Most business hubs and innovations are being built here. All the big tech companies of the world and surrounding its government have put into share innovation bill of 4.5% of the GDP of the country has made the institution of Israel Innovation Authority. After America, Israel is investing the most money in innovation. Microsoft Windows, Cisco, Motorola phones, recent small phones, pen drives, USB port, innovation of IBM company RAND, more biotic startups, voicemail technology, made antivirus in 1989, voice over interportals, communication routers, made here are. Due to being a small country, whatever products you make, you export them all over the world. At the same time, with the exposure of the world, they used to come to the country. Global inventor, global startup invited in the country, together started technology, investment, culture, such a model, whatever problem is there, do the R&D and its solution. Deliver in the country and send it to the carpet area of your country. If you run here first, then you export all over the world, its patent, copyright, royalty, etc. The lower outlet license out. The government spends on all the intelligence, talent and people in the country. All the corporate people of the world call in their country and show them that we have built this new technology. In this way, we increase our business in the whole world. Out of 10,000 people in the US, 80 people are research scientists. 120 out of 10,000 people in Israel are research scientists. Venture capitalists from all over the world are invited here. You invest here, we will not take income tax from you. Due to this, money of the world is coming to Israel. The government has a policy, come to Israel with your business idea. The government itself gives you money to increase your investment and business. If the business runs, then the government only takes interest from you. If the business fails, then it does not matter. The government does not take a single rupee from you. Again, it gives an opportunity to bounce back. Government has called the world's top multinational company, Microsoft, Cisco, Google, Apple, come here, we help you. Through this, 98% people in Israel are employed. Due to this, the name of Israel comes in the rich, development country of the world. In order to increase the culture, pigs are not allowed. A license for cycling is required. This child born anywhere in the world is granted citizenship of Israel. The Hebrew language was completely lost around 1500 AD. Revived. 250 active museums remain in the country. 150 kilometers of beaches very beautiful. 125 beaches are being built. That is why many tourists come to get attracted. The world's largest agricultural technology is in Israel. The biggest technical technology is machinery. They do agriculture in a very advanced way. By protecting the culture from all four sides, they're increasing the country further.